Imagine stepping into a home in the 1980s. The whole family is sitting around the TV. There's homemade food on the table, children are with their parents, and there's no smartphone, internet, or social media. But here's the interesting part. In many parts of the world, some things that seem unusual today were completely normal and legal during the 1980s. Of course, laws were different from country to country. Something legal in one place might have been restricted somewhere else. So today, let's travel back to the 1980s and see just how different everyday life really was. First, let's talk about television. In the 1980s, television was one of the most important sources of entertainment. Unlike today, people couldn't simply open YouTube or Netflix and watch whatever they wanted. Most homes had one TV, and the whole family often gathered around it. Remote controls were not always common, so changing the channel could mean getting up and pressing a button on the television. And if your favorite program started at 8 p.m., you had to be there at 8 p.m. You couldn't pause it or watch it later whenever you wanted. Music was different too. People bought cassette tapes and built their music collections. If you wanted to hear a song again, you had to rewind the tape. Sometimes the tape could even get stuck inside the player. Today, we can find almost any song within seconds. Back then, collecting and exchanging cassettes was a real hobby. Now imagine wanting to contact a friend. Today, you would probably send a message instantly. But in the 1980s, mobile phones were not part of everyday life for most people. A landline telephone was a major convenience, and if your home didn't have one, you might have to use a neighbor's phone or a public telephone. Communication was slower, but people simply planned their lives around that slower pace. Shopping was another completely different experience. Online shopping didn't exist in the way we know it today. If you wanted clothes, shoes, electronics, or food, you had to physically visit a store. You could compare prices by visiting different shops, but you couldn't simply search online and place an order from your bedroom. Photography was also very different. Today, you take a picture and instantly see the result. In the 1980s, cameras usually used film. You could take a photo, but you couldn't immediately check whether it was good. The film had to be developed first. Sometimes the picture was blurry, badly lit, or simply didn't turn out the way you expected. That made every photograph feel much more valuable. Childhood was different as well. Many children spent their free time playing outside, riding bicycles, reading books, watching television, or meeting friends in person. There were no social media apps or online games connecting everyone instantly. If you wanted to see your friend, you often had to actually go to their house. Parents also didn't have location-sharing apps. When a child went outside, parents might simply know where they were going and who they were with. Navigation was another major difference. Today, GPS can guide us almost anywhere. In the 1980s, people relied on paper maps, road signs, and directions from local people. If you got lost, there was no Google Maps waiting to rescue you. Information was slower to find too. Need information today? Just search the internet. In the 1980s, people depended on books, newspapers, magazines, television, radio, libraries, and other people. A school project might require a trip to the library, searching through books, reading pages, and writing information down by hand. It took more time, but that was simply normal. Food and family life were different too. Packaged and processed foods existed, but the variety wasn't what we see today. For many families, homemade food and family meals were an important part of everyday life. Dinner wasn't only about eating. It was a time to talk about she,